Ciao, darlings. Buongiorno, buongiorno, buongiorno. It's my artist ensemble. It is. It's the artist ensemble today. Feeling like an artist. It's just pouring out of my eyeballs and my ears and just loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So today we are talking about the new moon. Happy new moon, everyone. Please grab your journals for this one. We're going to go over a few dates, and there's some fun things that I'm going to plant some seeds for you to research in your own. So please, what do I got? Madame Isma for the pause. Go grab a coffee, tea, and your journal. I'll wait. Take your time. Take your time, honey. Pause the video. Transcend time and space. Do what's best for you. So I always put up the general wheel for the introductory video. First house starts with Aries, goes all the way around to the baby ancients and Pisces over here. And this new moon is falling right over here. Cancer. It's happening at 24 degrees of Cancer. So for the Gold Coast, this new moon is falling on the 18th of July at 4:31. And for Gloucester, Eastern Standard Time, this is happening on the 17th of July at 14:31. So that's 2:31 p.m. And please, if you watch these videos every single month, please comment below the time zone that you're in. You know who I'm talking to, and I can add that in. So let me know, and because everybody gets a new moon. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct in the same place in the sky at the same time. So everybody on the planet gets a new moon. All right, so what's the vibration of this new moon? What did I write down? There's some serious magic here. The things that I would like you to research on your own are, and I'm going to put the link to Pam Gregory's page because she is an incredible astrologer, and really her video on the nodal transit, on the north node going into Aries, south node going into Libra, that's definitely worth the watch. I'm going to put my Monday's video for last week. I just recorded that. I'm going to put the link below for that because I talked about just a little bit of, in my world and with my leadership lenses, what that means for us. I'll put the link for that below. And as well as I've already recorded a video on practical manifestation, and I haven't posted it yet, so I'm going to put the link for that. I'm going to post that this week. And it's just more applicable for new moon energy instead of full moon energy. So I recorded it a while ago. I didn't want anybody to get too ahead of themselves. I can do the same thing. We are corporate survivors here, or we're awakened in the corporate world, so we can't do the same thing that we used to do. We can't work 1,000 hours a week, 70, 80 hours a week, and think that that's advantageous for our soul's growth. It's not. I fall to that too. Yesterday was my Sunday, and one of my foundational rules, number 17, is have a Sunday, no matter. And so I was making art and laying around and watching, I watched the extended version of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and the extended version of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. We all know how long those videos are. For a while, it took a long time for my human avatar to sink into that. And to this day, I still have issues with my nervous system being like, is it okay that I relax? Is it okay if I relax? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, honey. You're good. A little refresher. You're so safe. Is everything tended to? Not everything is tended to, but you will be able, everything is, what is that phrase? Everything is figure outable. We can figure anything out. But your soul needs rest. Your body needs rest. You can't lift heavy 7 days a week and think that anything's going to change. Prove me wrong. Yeah. You need rest days. You need rest times. You can't literally go to the gym and just deadlift. You literally need time and tempo and breaks going with the cycles. This is known information. It's known information. So The few things that I want you to do your own research on, one of them is super astrological and more spiritual. It's called a yod, or the hand of God, or the finger of God. And there's a little bit of a yod happening, and Pam Gregory speaks a little bit on this. Please do your own research on what this, it's basically like a faded symbol in an astrological chart. And for some people that have them in their natal chart, I think Prince had 2 of them. Princess Diana had 1 or 2 of them. It doesn't technically speak to fame every single time, but it means like you got something fucking important to do, kid. You got some serious shit to do. There's something in here, and it's like this yod is happening with Neptune, Pluto, and it's pointing towards Venus over here. Yeah, so it's like, I want you to do your own research on that one, because it feels a little chugga. It feels like, why the fuck do I want to do this thing? Why do I feel every day like I have to do this thing or figure this thing out? And the placements, I'll just use the general chart, is like Pluto, retrograde in Capricorn. I have to create this business. I have to create this company, but I can't do it in the old way. All the shit that I'm throwing against the wall isn't working in the right way. Neptune and Pisces retrograde. The rose-colored glasses have been lifted off, so the fucking purpose that I thought that I had isn't the purpose that I had, and I don't think that I can use the old tools to do this fucking purposeful thing. Venus in Leo, I just want to lay around tits out, and I just want to have fun, and I just want to have a compound where I buy acres and acres of land with all of my friends, and we just live our lives and do it beautifully and do it wonderfully with community. Why is that not an option for me? Like, that's the feeling that's happening in the stars. So look to where those planets are falling in your chart. The Pluto, the Neptune, and the Venus. Where is that falling in your chart? What is it pointing to? What house is it pointing to? What do you feel right now is happening that's just so faded? Not faded like faded, but like fate-id. And with the nodes transitioning into Aries and Libra, I won't repeat everything that I said, and I won't like go watch Pam Gregory's video. I don't have all of the information. I can just offer you what has worked for me, offer you the lenses that I see these things through, but like there's so much archetypal energy. There's so much newness. There's so much, like, if you wake up with some version of a sense of urgency, like I have something to do, but it's not a do, it's like a be, it's like a thing. You're right on time, but look at where this is falling in your chart and kind of just give a little bit more mental focus to that. Focus is the right word. And this is so, it's counterintuitive for the way that every little bit of how we lived our lives up until this point in 2023 was like do, action, action, action. Where I want you journaling, I want you scripting, I want you relaxed, I want you meditating, I want you calming your nervous system and living into the feeling of that relaxation, of that compound, of that commune. Like it's cool, but wild what's happening. So please do your own research on that. I don't have all the information on that one, and brazenly I'm giving like the disclaimer, like I am not a doctor. I am not I'm a starseed. I am a starseed. I am a light worker. I am an alien from a different dimension, a different time and space that came down at this time to encompass a human body named Sarah and to offer things that have worked for me. To experience polarity, to experience this world, and to help show you that there's a different way of doing things. Yeah, the nodal transit is fun. I'm having a nodal return. I'm very excited about that. So the North Node in Aries is like, you gotta do it yourself. You want something, you gotta do it yourself. But it's not gonna be so much of a do as a daydream into it and live into the vibration of it. Yeah. There's some serious magic here. Serious magic here. What else did I want to talk about? We have Chiron in Aries. So it might just feel imposter syndrome. Do some research on what does imposter syndrome mean. Like, you are so worthy of, even though you didn't go to school for it, even though you didn't do this. Like, if you need certain certifications, absolutely go through a certification so you can charge for what it is that you're trying to offer. But do it. Just do it. Like, what is, when you see those interviews of older beings and they're like, well, what do you regret in this world? They don't regret. They did stay late at the office. They did work. They don't regret that. I mean, they do regret that. The things that they regret is not taking long weekends and not shooting their shot and asking that woman out, or not making art when they wanted to make art, or not picking up the guitar, or doing your vocal exercises, not singing, or just going to karaoke and doing it. Just doing it. Buy the ticket, take the ride type stuff. Yeah. Like I said, I'll put the link for the video that I just did for last week. I referenced the nodes a lot. And we have Mercury in Leo right now, and it's going to be spearing through Leo. For this new moon, as I record this, it's the 10th of July, but the new moon is on the 17th, 18th. Mercury goes into Leo on the 11th, and then we'll enter Virgo on the 28th. So we're just in the middle of this transit of Mercury being in Leo, where the way that we receive information is very Leo-esque. It's very fixed fire energy. It's very positive fixed fire energy. We want to have fun. We don't like it when people dampen our moods. We're just like, come on, let's go do that. It's kind of got like a Sag vibe to it, I think, because it's like spearheading through, which is very interesting to me. But yeah, it's like, don't wait another day. Don't wait another day to just put it out there and do it. Not soapboxing it, not saying, I am this being now. I am this now. I reference it in the Monday video as well. We could have some like interesting false prophets coming to be, and that's something that I've mentioned before. I'm not the only person that's mentioned that. We have a lot of people that are like, I am the second coming of Yeshua. No, you're not. He's inside you. Just saying. Like, nobody's coming. Not even deities. They're not. They're not. Yeah, you can fight me on that, but honest to goodness, like, we'll use Joshua. We'll use Yeshua. JC. He's available for all of us. So there will not be a second coming where he's in physical form, because my Yeshua will be in the living room with me chatting. Like, if he came down, he'd be here with me hanging out. I wouldn't have to buy a plane ticket to go to a place to see him and pay money. It would not be that way, because he loves each of us individually and he's there for us individually. So you can talk to him at any time, just like you can talk to your dead grandma anytime. Just like your cousin can talk to your dead grandma anytime. It's within you in meditation, in a spiritual practice. Or when you're driving and you see birds flying by and it's 11:11, like, that's the safe way that they're talking to you. So right now, because we're all opening up, and, interestingly, like with Neptune and Saturn and Pluto all retrograde, it's like the Neptune alone retrograde is we can actually see things clearly. But with Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde, it's almost like people are grasping on to like a quick fix of like, here's the answer, here it is. No. I don't want to do any of the meditation work and integrate things into my everyday life. I just want to have just this. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's the vibration. It's the vibration. Like, if it's Bob Proctor's analogy, he's like, if you're vibrating here, and this is the life that you want, where you have millions of dollars and make money in your sleep. You make one thing and you send it out and thousands of people buy it overnight. That vibration. You don't have to do the thing to get from here to here. You just have to wake up in that bliss and that gratitude. Like, oh my God, I'm just so grateful for my home. I don't have to worry. I can go to the grocery store in bliss today. I'm going to go see a friend. I don't want to do this evening, so I'm going to cancel it. And you're just like grateful. And you're just excited to be alive because you don't have to worry. So vibe here. Instead of being like, how do I figure it out? What's the product that I monetize? What is the thing? What's the thing? Not the what, but just be. Just be. as often as you can. Live into that vibration and be in that bliss and be in that state, and those little gold nuggets, those messages will come. Yeah, Mercury in Leo is telling me, like, don't identify as the entity coming through. Just listen to the fucking download. Sorry, that was a little harsh. I didn't mean to be sassy there. I did. Don't identify with the person coming through. If you channel your grandma, you're going to say, I'm my grandma now? No, you're not. She just came to you in a way that made sense to you. You had a dream about Yeshua. You had a dream about grandma. You have a dream about Green Tara or any entity, any deity. Could be Archangel Michael. It could be anybody. It could be anybody that you want. But yeah, like, check the woo-woo. Check the woo-woo. There's some serious magic going on. So what as a collective, I will do individual rising sign readings, and I'll put those out this week going into next. So watch for your rising sign. You can also watch for your sun and moon to get the vibration, but the planetary placements for those videos are based on your rising sign. So definitely have that information before you go into it. But for this new moon, if you don't want to do any of that, we are in Cancer season. Home, my pocket of the world, safety is key. These are cultural family roots. This, like, down here is like your internal. This is legacy, public life, relationships, and rising sign doing things on our own. So what does safety mean to you? What do you need to feel safe? Do you want to level up the home, your pocket of the world? Do we need more garden space? Do we want to have a second home? Whatever that may be. But I love using the analogy of, like, this is an opposition of your 10th house, your legacy, public life, your career, public image, if you will. It doesn't have to be the actual job that you do, that 6th house vibe over here, but, like, this is where you're seen. So what do you need? I love using the fame analogy. Pretend you're freaking famous and that you have tons of people always outside. That's over here. What do you need? Who do you need? What values do you have for, you need this when that happens? I know I'm good up here because I have this. Does that make sense? I really want you to sink into that, because regardless of your level of fame or knownness, if you're here with me, you are a leader in your realm. You are a leader in your world. You are a star seed, you are a light worker, or you are just someone within a corporate space, an entrepreneurial space, where whatever it may be, that you're the type of person that when you walk into a room, people are like, no, I think he's got something to say. No? Oh, no, I know we're just in a restaurant, but that person looks like that they have something to say. It's like that. So trust your vibe, trust your gut, and really sink into what it is that you need to feel safe for fame. What do you need in your everyday life to go out into the world to do the damn thing? To break generational ancestral curses. To tell them what's what, to set boundaries. Mars in Virgo. I really feel like that's going to be boundary setting. And changing up our everyday life a little bit. Habits. Because Venus will be going retrograde, so Venus will not join Mars in Virgo. Oh God, I don't even know if they'll be in Virgo at the same time. Yeah, Mars is on its own right now. Venus is going to backtrack and windshield wiper in Leo. And so it's going to be an interesting summer or winter in the southern hemisphere. But please don't fall back into the arms of someone that does not honor how fucking cool you are. Just saying. And if it is someone in your life that, you know, we've all collectively gone through an ego death in the past little bit, I'd say for my community, it's been the past month or so, a lot of beings just kind of like walked down a corridor inside of themselves, a really deep, dark, nasty corridor inside themselves that they needed to walk through. And that there were some people from the past in that corridor that they were like, I know I've seen you before. Oh, you're coming with me into the new world? Well, we can't have our old relationship because that was toxic as fuck. So what is it that you would like to have now? What is it that, like, we're rebranding relationships? We're kind of, a North Node in Aries is like very unconventional relationships will be coming to be. And because all of these values have changed so much, people that you've had relationships with in the past, if those values don't really match up anymore, let them go with love. Like an ended friendship, I loved that phrasing, it, like that meme I saw the other day, it was from years ago, like an ended friendship is not a beef. I don't really give a fuck what you do after our friendship is over. I love you and I wish you well and I don't think of you, but that doesn't mean that I hate you. That just means that the reason that we came together is now over and now we can just live our lives and you can do your own thing. There's no negative anything. There's nothing. Just let it be. Just let it be. It's like when you have a bouquet of flowers and then they die. You don't spend the rest of your life getting pissed off about those fucking flowers, saying, those goddamn flowers, I can't fucking believe that they died. I can't believe. No, those flowers, they died. It's done. It's over. So buy a new bouquet. Find another friend. Find another person. That's okay. That's very okay to do. Sorry, Mars just went into Virgo as I'm recording this, so that like outward assertion of just like, it just fucking is. I love when I do these videos, how like the vibe of what, like I just say like, I'm chilling, what the vibe is like. Whenever I talk about the thing, it just kind of goes. It just kind of goes. So what did I say? We are moving forward. Ignore the internal kicking and screaming. That's what I wanted to reference. So any of those, it's like the imposter syndrome, yeah, but it's like this really intense fear of the unknown in a way that might not make sense. It's kind of like, because our human avatars have been, I'm just going to channel this. Because our human avatars have been curing and ending karmic cycles, ancestral curses, ancestral patterns, all of this like parental stuff, like we're unpacking so many karmic past life things that we feel like fresh new babes. We feel like going out into the world, we're like little lambs that are just figuring out how to walk. And we're like, what is going on? Is this okay? I'm falling all over the place. You're fine. We've just never done this before as human beings. We've never experienced this level of energetic intensity and change so efficiently. And we're learning how to slow down within it and like fight the FOMO and fight the internal kicking and screaming of like, don't even go outside. You don't know what's going to happen out there. Oh my God. It's like, no, just go outside and put your feet in the dirt and look at a tree and be like, wow, how fucking cool is this tree? And look at everything like the innocence of a child, the excitement and curiosity of a child. Like even if you are going to the same job that you've been going to for years, show up and be like, what is the coolest, most magical thing that could happen today? I've never met this person before. What is this? Maybe I always take this route to the loo. What if I took this route to the loo? Just mix it up a little. Have some fun. Have some fun. And look at each day, however your body feels, and just calm yourself. Do a little bit of breathing exercises. And like, I think it was Dr. Andrew Huberman that I was watching was talking about like the inhale, when you get to the top, inhale a little more and then release it. But like fill up the bucket, a little more, and then and do that a few times. Help calm your body down. That was even something that when I was quitting smoking and friends of mine were quitting smoking cigarettes, it's gonna be 10 years this September that I've been cigarette free. I know, I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna throw myself a little party, a little healthy party. But like, think of healthy oxygen. Like if you're quitting, like just inhaling oxygen And if you're in recovery, definitely don't do this with a straw. That's something that I did, and it was super triggering for other recovery things, if you know what I mean. But that's something to do if you're quitting smoking, or if you're quitting like vaping and things like that. Like just breathing oxygen and fill up your whole head and just get a little bit lightheaded on some fucking clean air. That's an option. But yeah, override the human systems. Because it's magical as fuck. There's some serious magic here. There's potent, like, I don't want to use the term portals, but when you find your round peg, round hole, when you find your niche, when you find your thing, when you find your whatever it may be, like, I heard something that, like, God is your algorithm. It will just happen. The thing that you are desiring, the thing that you want, the thing that you are looking for, your clients, your whatever it may be, will find you in perfect divine, done. It'll just happen. It'll just pop. It'll just be. So if it isn't just right, that is, what is the phrasing that I left? Like, rejection is God's protection. So if you're throwing shit against the wall and it's not sticking, look at it as an opportunity to grow, to learn. But it was a really incredible, it was a talk that Lewis House was doing, and I forget who he was talking to, but it's like, attach the dopamine to the process, not the end result. Like, it was like Lewis had gone like #1 or New York Times bestseller. And he was like, yeah, I think I called a few people. A few people were excited. I posted about it, like. But then you just kind of like go back, and pardon my crassness, but you go and shit on the toilet the exact same way. Nothing changes. Like, you will not change. You know, a really powerful healer that I've seen before and that's held space for me, she said, you know, power goes through you. It is not you. So remember that. You will wake up the next day after getting the thing, after getting your manifestation, whatever it may be. There will be the next day. You meet the man, there's the next day. You make your million, there's the next day. You find your niche, you find your flock, you find your team, your tribe, you find that perfect home, that perfect apartment, the perfect job, whatever it may be, and then there's the next day and you live your life. So try not to attach so much to the thing and acquiring the thing. Live as if you have the thing. How is it going to feel when you have that thing? And if it's tons of money and all you want to do is travel, how often are you taking even a road trip or going to a different cafe or just trying something new, or, you know, paying for a service? These are all things you can do. As Phil Good had once said a long time ago, it was like a tiny action with a giant intention behind it. I'll put the link to his page because he just really speaks to the collective in a very accessible way, and it's powerful stuff. So I think that's it. We're moving forward. Yeah. There's some serious magic happening here. It's really cool to see. It's really cool to see. It's cool to be a part of. I'm jazzed about it. How are you feeling? Please comment below. What's going on in your everyday life, and how can this community best support you? What big changes are you experiencing, or what slowdowns are you experiencing? Do you feel like you're trudging through molasses? Do you feel like you're like ancestral trauma, generational trauma, this, that, and the other thing? You feel like you're doing the work and it just doesn't look like what you thought it was going to look like? Because if so, you're right on time. You're right on time. All right. Happy new moon. I hope this is helpful. And I'll see you all in the individual videos. That will be for your rising sign again, but you can watch for your sun or moon to get the vibration. And if you don't have the time of your birth, then watch the Aries video for the general wheel, and then watch for your sun sign video. Actually, if you don't know the time of your birth, that's okay. You can find out what the moon was in. You can find out those things. So definitely do some research on that, and just, birth chart calculator, put that into your DuckDuckGo, and you can find that. All right. Ciao. I'll see you in a few.